Brazil has suffered such a chronic shortfall in rain that reservoirs have sunk to their lowest levels ever. On this day, people here are facing an inconvenience not generally associated with weather. They can't turn on their lights. Nearly 97% of Brazil's electricity comes from its 600 dams. Brazil invested heavily in hydroelectric power because they get what seems like an endless supply of rain. I mean, what is nature doing here? These are people who actually tried to work with the weather. Then suddenly, nature closes the tap. No rain. This stubborn drought is pushing the national grid towards complete collapse, threatening to plunge Latin America's largest country and economy into darkness. Homes and businesses are making mandatory energy cutbacks. The only option is forced blackouts. If it gets much worse, they may have to hold a frog marriage. The 27th of July, and here's some weather ordeals we've seen around the world. From these, you'll see that weather is really just simple physics, which you'd know if you'd been paying attention in physics class. Apparently, the people in Atlanta weren't, but we'll get to that. In Australia, we saw a storm caused by two fronts meeting on the battlefield we call the atmosphere. In Hong Kong, we saw that when the sun heats the ocean, warm air rises like steam from a pot of boiling water, which can fuel typhoons. In India, rising moist air over a heated landmass caused monsoons. Simple physics, if you can call physics simple. That's how nature makes weather. But in Atlanta, ordinary residents are making weather. And this is no frog marriage. Here's what's happening. North America is the continent with the most severe weather on the planet. The most severe. The 27th of July. The cool air off the northern coast of South America mixes with the warm waters of the Gulf Stream, bathing the southeast section of the US in warm, moist air. Sounds pleasant, but it isn't. It produces over 1,000 thunderstorms a year. And Mother Nature has some help creating these storms from us. It's 27 degrees Celsius in Atlanta, Georgia. These kids have the right idea. The adults, however, do not. They've accidentally gotten into the business of creating weather. Maybe they should have been taking notes in physics class, but no. They've built their weather machine out of asphalt, concrete, steel and glass. Man-made structures and paved roads trap heat in urban areas. The temperature downtown can be hotter than in the surrounding countryside. It's called the urban heat island effect. As the sun beats down, cities and suburbs with little vegetation absorb the heat and hold it like the bricks of a fireplace. When cooler, denser air from surrounding rural areas rushes in, it creates wind that drives the warm air up through the chimney. Thunderstorms form when the vapour in the air cools higher up in the atmosphere. Essentially, the city becomes its own ecosystem. It's amazing what we've found in just one day of the world's weather. I mean, how could there be so many weather crises on one planet in one day? As we end our trip around the world, another day has already started in New Zealand. It's already the 28th of July, and I personally am way too tired to go around again. I'll leave that to Mother Nature and CNN international forecaster Femi Oki. She's ending her own world tour for the day, only to do it all again tomorrow. Me, I'm waiting until Mother Nature gets the balance of hot and cold, wind and water right. That's when I'll start to like the weather. I won't hold my breath. For now, that's one day. One world. The weather.